Hi, everybody. Now, today we are receiving Mr. Jean-François Meilleur, which is Vice President of Critical Element. And Critical Element has a very important lithium project in northern Quebec, more precisely in James Bay, near Eastmont. This project is really underway. In 2010, there was just a sample picked up on the ground, and ever since the company never stopped progressing on their project. And we'll be going to talk about that. Mr. Jean-François Meilleur, good day.
Good day. Thanks.
Very interesting, your project out there. And it's going fast. Your stock is in fire right now, showing an increase of 100% since the middle of August.
Yeah, we're pretty
You must be happy.
Pretty happy to see this going on. This all started with the takeover on Taliesin by Rockwood, which came in conjunction of many different quarters coming out with substantial increase in the lithium price, especially for the 99.5 plus purity battery grade product. So, and this is what we'll produce out of the Rose project. So people just realize that this asset is one of the largest in the world for lithium and tantalum. And since then, some position have been happening, and the price have been.
It's actually the second takeover that we saw, because there was another one here also, which is Lithium One has been taken over by Galaxy.
Exactly.
And now it's the turn of Taliesin Lithium that was $4.50, ended up to $6.50 after the Rockwood Holding took over. And now there's still just a couple of other projects like yours and the one from Canada Lithium.
Exactly. There's 5 project hard rock lithium known in the world right now, and our is really has a big distinction from all these. Is we have a byproduct which is really high demand too. It's tantalum. This works for capacitor, and this is what enables your Apple, iPhone, Samsung, Android phone to be so small and so powerful. And there's a big shortage in supply, and we're the only deposit in the next 15 years to come on stream. So,
but the tantalum for you is just the cherry on the sundae.
It's a cherry on top.
And let's talk about your lithium project, because I've learned something this morning. I thought all lithium was the same, and it's actually not the case. And the usual lithium we're used to see were coming from dried lake, I guess.
Those are called salars or brines deposit, mainly located in South America, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. Majority of those deposits contains huge contaminants that are pretty bad for the battery market. They don't allow those batteries to have further life cycle, longer charge. So most of those deposits are contained with magnesium, potash, and sodium, which is very bad for the batteries. The hard rock lithium has pretty high purities, and this fits this market. The brines lithium will be used into industrial application like lubes, grease, for the oil industry, for drilling wells, that type of application. This lithium sells for lower price. The high purity sells for much higher. And we're seeing this increase in price for the high purity, and the demand is increasing. That's why Rockwood buys Taliesin, because they are the largest hard rock high purity producer and deposit known.
So you become one of the only. Is Canada Lithium a hard rock also?
Yes, too.
Okay, yeah. So it seems to me like you are becoming also a potential takeover, don't you?
We could. We have different plans. We think in the benefit of our shareholders to grow this asset to reach its maximum valuation. In December 2011, we had done a PEA on the project rose, and the NPV 8% discounted value is 488 million with an IRR of 33%. So it's a pretty robust project. So we think we can bring it further down the line and maybe go on to other acquisition in the further, because we have a management team and a whole sets of expertise to bring it to maturity. We have a mining team that is increasing and building every day to make this asset in production.
So I didn't know that the Eastman area was known to have lithium in this area. So I bet there's a large portion of this territory that haven't been drilled. And there's a potential for other mines in the area as well as on your property, because you still haven't identified all of what was available there. You just concentrated on that big project because you have for 17 years production just with that.
Yeah, exactly. We have a 17-year mine life, but on the project we already had some very good showings of lithium that could extend this deposit for another 10 to maybe 20 years. We have 13 showings plus already another small resource that is outside of the main deposit, the main pit, that will be maybe drilled later on. At this point, there's no reason to do it because we're focusing on getting cash flow and getting this company.
You want to go to production first, and with 17 years of rocks in front of you, a rock supply in front of you, you choose to go to production instead to try to enlarge the resources for a potential takeover.
Well, we want to maximize shareholder value, and both will be done in the due course. It's just a matter of timing and focusing where we put our money and make the most valuation for the shareholders.
You have contracted Jean-François to carry out your feasibility study?
Yeah, exactly. Jean-François is one of the contractors. We have a full consortium. So we use MBUC for the mining, Jean-François for infrastructures and environmental impact study, which is far advanced. We are almost completed with all the environmental study. We have AMEC and Bumigène for the metallurgy, and Acme Lab as well. So every engineering firm has its own specialty, and we make sure we have the best results from each of them.
So I think it's a winning strategy that you have there. And so you're going to need money to go to production, though.
Exactly, yeah. Like all the juniors that are passing from drilling to engineering and then after production, yes, we'll have to put the financial power behind to build this company. We're in negotiations with the exact right parties and get the right structures to get the non-dilution that we need, and it will be a mix.
So you don't want to issue any share? You'd like to get the money in selling some of the productions and things like that?
Exactly, because they're industrial minerals, everything works by contract. So to secure a supply for long term with a partner, they are able to get this high purity lithium and this really needed tantalum to forward sell 2 years of production. And that would enable us to go and build the project without any dilution. So there is as well debt warranties that can be issued based on the contracts that we have. So minimally we'll issue shares, and we hope, as a matter of fact, at a much higher price.
When do you expect the feasibility study to come out?
It should be first quarter of 2013. So we're on track with that without any doubt.
So without financing right now, are you able to continue the process that you're in on the moment?
We have enough cash right now to go through until December and a bit further. So we're good to go, and we have very good discussions with the right partners. So we think that our financial situation will be taken care of pretty shortly.
So how much you think will cost the process plan that you need to do that?
The whole process plan, in the PEA that we've came out with, the capital requirements is 268 million to build all the facilities. So that's the CapEx for the project.
So, is that do you have new recipes, patent, or things like that, or it's a very well-known process that you have?
It's all off-the-shelf equipment. Those processes have been used in the past. In the 60s, the Canada Lithium mine, which was Quebec Lithium at that time, used this process. So it's well known, it's well documented. So there's no technology or no process to be proven to be economic and commercial. All of that has been done.
And you don't use any acid on it?
We don't use any acid. It's only a carbonatation precipitation that we use. It's more environmental friendly, and we get highest recoveries than the industry.
Is this type of plant is doing it by batches, or it's an ongoing process?
It's an on-stream flow. There's no batches. So it will produce about 100 tons of carbonate per day. Okay, so the whole plan is per year will be 1.5 million tons of rock process, and will give 26.5 thousand tons of lithium carbonate. Plus the tantalum will be about 250,000 pounds. Okay.
At the total?
In the total, per year.
Per year?
Okay, that's per year.
At $150 a pound?
Right now, the trading prices are around 150 for the tantalum and about $7,000 per ton of lithium carbonate. What we've used in the study to get those numbers is $6,000 per ton of lithium carbonate and $118 per pound of tantalum pentoxide.
So you kept a little margin.
So there is upside just there with the numbers we've posted, and there is showing for the 99.95% lithium carbonate purity that we produce, right, that we will produce, the current trading price is between $8,000 to $10,000 per ton. So there's huge upside. Every percentage of purity you gain, the highest your material will be purchased for.
And how are you doing right now with the First Nation out there?
Well, we have very good relationship. This is all managed with our CEO, Jean-Sébastien Lavallée, which you interviewed a bit earlier. He's been in the area for years, and he knows them for a long time. And we're just completing the pre-development agreement with them, and it should be signed jointly shortly. So we agreed with them with all the terms, and it's just a matter of meeting again and going forward with the agreement.
Are you looking for? Are you targeting some partners in particular in this domain?
Yes, there will be partners, and the partners are end users, because it's not like gold. It's not a common market where the commodity is traded and you can just sell your gold into the market. You got to sell it to an end user. So partners will come in, and
like
those
battery makers.
Exactly, battery makers. So you know the typical cellular batteries for mobile phones, for your iPad, that's lithium ion. So all the tablet market is available. You have as well the cars, that is a growing market, and a lot of people don't see it coming, but it's coming pretty aggressively. And then there's the storage, which is the biggest market. Storage batteries for 1 megawatt of power battery for storage will require 1 ton of lithium carbonate. But think of it, you're not building just for 1 megawatt. You're building for billions of megawatt for China, billions of megawatt for Japan. So that's a huge demand that's coming in. And there's only 5 deposits that can supply this kind of material. And we're the largest lithium tantalum in the world right now. So we have a pretty good edge.
Oh, I have no doubt that the lithium, the demand will grow very significantly over the next few years on it, as the car makers are having lots of pressure from the government right now to produce more cars, and so I have no doubt about this market. And tell me, when do you think, well, you know, it's a matter of money. You're going to get the money first, and then you have to build the process plant. How long could it take to build the process plant?
We're targeting from now on 24 months. to be in production.
To the beginning, to be in production.
To be in production. It's a pretty aggressive schedule, but if we count from the beginning in 2010, our first drill hole, we've advanced all the metallurgy, all the environmental, all the resource, all the economical study, and we're halfway through our feasibility study. So we think with the skills we have internally, we can bring it to maturity in the next 24 months. We like to be more aggressive than that, but that's a realistic time frame. If we're efficient on the permitting, efficient on the feasibility study, and on the financing and the partners, I mean, we're all set to accomplish this partnership, this construction.
I have a good news for you. You made a new high of 26 cents, which sounds good. So, I mean, it's pretty interesting as a project, and I think we'll see it growing quite fast, because there are lots of risk in a project like that. It's an open pit mine, isn't it?
It is an open pit mine. There's all the risk that you see for an exploration company are getting and are most behind us. There's very few things that are coming to us right now. So this project is likely a company maker for us and will enable us as a platform to go further for shareholders in the next few years. We can extend this resource, extend this operation, and in the market valuation, Talison, which is slightly bigger than we are at this stage, was bought for $724 million, while today I would have to make some math, but it's about a $26 million company. There's a lot of rooms to be achieved in the next few months for us. So yes.
That's just about the time we had for the interview, but I want to end this interview with something that I find funny, because most of the exploration and project that goes to production has to bring infrastructure where they are located, but in your case, you don't have to bring electricity to your project. You have to push away the electricity because pylons are on your project.
It's a good problem to have. We think most of the project, as you're saying, are in the need to bring power. We have a Hydro-Quebec line that goes right through the project. It's already engineered. We'll move some pylons, but we just have to build a substation and we'll have power on the project. So that's a huge saving for us. And as well, Hydro-Quebec was mainly active in the region for the last 20 years, and we have a big road which supports hundreds-ton truck of weight. So that's much than what we need just across the project. So we don't have to build roads, we don't have to build the power line, and this is a pretty blessed location site.
So I'm thinking that the guy that drilled the hole to put the pylon there, has he, why you hadn't seen there was lithium right there?
He didn't know that he was walking on $500 million.
He didn't know the heck about lithium, probably.
At that time, no doubt, no.
Mr. Meilleur, thank you very much for coming. That was very interesting.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.